What could be worse than finally flying off on holiday, falling into bed totally exhausted after the long journey, but then not being able to get a wink of sleep? Or you're visiting a good friend in another city after a long time, but you just can't fall asleep in a foreign flat. I'm going to show you a quick technique for falling asleep in exactly these situations. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Robert, and especially if you're a highly sensitive person, you react more strongly to changes in the environment. People who have a weak sense of basic trust in the world also suffer from sleep disturbances when they visit new places. Maybe you've experienced that before. This brings us to the key issue here, which is trust and security. Falling asleep is nothing other than the result of maximum relaxation, for which trust and security are particularly necessary. You can use the following technique if you feel unfamiliar or unsafe in a new environment. Number one, find a place to sleep which is as close as possible to a wall with the view of the door. Why that? When people slept in caves, they slept near a wall facing the entrance. This meant that they could potentially be attacked from fewer sides. If you try this out, it's really interesting. I did it a couple times. Sleeping closer to a wall instead of sleeping exposed in the middle of the room gives you somehow a feeling of security. It absolutely calms you down. Number two, create a room climate that is as similar as possible to your climate at home. If you tend to sleep in cool rooms, open the window. Otherwise, turn on the heating if possible. The more similar the atmosphere is to the one you are used to, the more familiar and safe the environment will seem to you, which gives you again a feeling of security and comfort. Number three, find peace through the certainty that a feeling of familiarity will develop after 2 nights at the latest. Highly sensitive people in particular, but also non-HSPs, simply need a certain time to get used to new surroundings. Relief is provided by the certainty you will have here that one usually gets used to the new circumstances after an amount of time of 1 to 2 nights, and that the new environment then feels more familiar and safe. Trust me, I've tried it so many times. Even if I couldn't get a wink of sleep in the first 2 nights, the third night usually was way better. Give your system some time, at least 1 or 2 days. So if you're in a new or unfamiliar environment, definitely try these tips, and you may even know other ways to build trust and the feeling of security to help you fall asleep quicker. Then definitely let me know in the comments below this episode. If you don't want to miss any upcoming episodes, definitely subscribe to the podcast here on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen. I see you in the next episode.